I'm Jonathan Hochberg, and I'm here with Mike Brindisi of the New York Rock from Ithaca, New York.
That's right.
And Mike, you guys have been on the road for the past year, pretty much, working off the release of your album back last spring.
One More Trip Around the Sun is the name of the album. Yeah, we released it in May, and we hit the road pretty hard. We went to, we started in Ithaca, and we went to New York City, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Chicago, and even Gillette, Wyoming, where we did that pyro musical. And that was amazing.
And the album came out last May. It's my understanding that albums really don't hit their stride for 6 months to a year.
Yeah, it's funny because I've never heard that. I don't know why, but that makes complete sense because, you know, when you release the album, you know, there's always that big burst. You know, your album release show. It's big. You know, here it's a big anticipation, and then there's like always that lull. It seems, and you're like, oh, and then sure enough, yeah, about 6 months out, same thing happened where it was, you know, suddenly people that have come to the shows are buying the CDs and posting about it, or you know, buying it off of iTunes and just start, you know, they start talking about it and. Yeah, it starts hitting its stride again.
The word of mouth gets it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the album is it includes the song "Pacifier,"
Yep.
which is part of the soundtrack of the movie by the same name.
It is a documentary film which documents the culture of fireworks all over the country. In fact, they went to, I believe it was 33 countries and 6 continents. There's only 7 continents. 33 countries and 6 continents. If they went to 16, that's amazing.
It is. The off-world.
Yeah, that's amazing. So they just released a trailer, and it's not your, you know, it's not.
We're not talking about bottle rockets.
We're not talking about rednecks in the yard. You know, this is literally, and I mean literally, one of the most amazing things you'll ever see when it comes to fireworks. I mean, shows that are bigger than you've ever seen, even in Philadelphia when they do the big 4th of July thing. I mean, these guys are just absolutely outstanding. So we got a chance to not only write the song for the movie, but got a chance to actually go out to Mason City, Iowa 2 years ago and performed that song on a flatbed truck in front of like 10,000 people, and they shot off fireworks behind us that were choreographed. Then they invited us back last year to Gillette, Wyoming. Now notice they're both in the middle of nowhere because basically these guys just, for a week at the PGI Fireworks Convention, blow shit up.
Sure.
And so they have to be in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
So we performed 4 songs off our EP, One More Trip Around the Sun, and they did a pyro musical, 4 in a row of fireworks behind us. It's on our YouTube page. We shot music videos for it. And just absolutely outstanding. And that movie is coming out. They announced it's going to be this summer, 2016.
Netflix.
It's going to be on Netflix and
then they're going to tour
and beyond. And they're going to be touring around. What's really exciting is we actually just had a lunch meeting with them yesterday, ironically, and they're going to release a soundtrack for the movie. They're going to put it on vinyl, 12-inch vinyl, and we're going to meet in the middle. And together we're going to do side A, soundtrack for the movie, side B is going to be our One More Trip Around the Sun, our EP, on vinyl. It's going to be a special release. That's going to be exciting.
Cool.
And this is literally just in the works. So I'm getting goosebumps because I get so excited. They're going to be doing a premiere all around the country in theaters. And in fact, the State Theater right here in Ithaca, they're going to start. And they want to try to line it up that we tour with them to each theater and perform after the premiere of the movie, which would just, I mean, for any band out there, playing theater venues is outstanding.
Sure.
And it would be a built-in crowd and great exposure for us, and we'd be honored.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's not the first time you've played the State.
No, we were very lucky to play the State Theater last year, and my God, what a venue.
Yeah, sure.
It was awesome.
It is.
Yeah.
It is indeed. So you're about to start on the road again for this year.
Yeah. We're going back to Cleveland and Chicago.
Big towns.
Yeah, big towns. Very big markets. Scary, but good scary. We're going back to New York and Pittsburgh, and we're actually back in town in April. We're gonna play a very famous venue locally, the Rongovian Embassy.
Sure.
Been around for decades.
Yeah.
They asked us to play up there, so we're gonna do a local show there. And I'm lining up. I want to do a big run. We're gonna do DC, Charlotte, Asheville to Nashville is what I'm trying to line up.
Get back down south.
Yeah, get back to Nashville. It's my favorite city.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
yeah.
And you got
beyond.
and you got new music in the works?
New music in the works. We're on that 2-year cycle, which would bore you if I explained, but basically
I know about it.
every 2 years I like to get back into the studio. So right now we are, obviously going to tour and keep promoting the record, one more trip around the sun. But we are just starting, at the end of rehearsal to just start jamming on some new stuff. And then we plan to be back in the studio, I think November, December 2016.
Great.
And release our 4th record.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Mike Brindisi of the New York Rock. Always great talking to you, man.
Listen, and again, I've told you off camera, on the radio, and I speak for my whole band. We're very, very lucky to have a guy like you that does this. But I mean it, does it for nothing more than the sheer enjoyment of local music and appreciation. And we need a guy like you. And don't think it goes unnoticed, because it's very important to have someone like you.
It's a pleasure and an honor.
Wow, thank you.
Mike Brindisi of the New York Rock.